commentators matter less and the voters matter more. If we listen to what the Republican electorate has said in the first two states, it is that they are more comfortable with Mitt Romney than we were led to believe, and that they are very excited about this guy named Ron Paul, who's currently got the second most votes, but who nobody wants to deal with, both in the Republican establishment and I would say in a lot of the referees in the media. Fox News, I'll say in closing, cut away from Ron Paul's speech on the victory night in Iowa caucus because they didn't want to deal with the fact that he was doing so well.
Everybody says that he just has no chance. Crystal ball, but he has his following, and he's raised, some $13 million as of late over the last quarter. I mean, he's got the money to continue on, and he's set up pretty good in these caucus states. What about it?
Well, they don't want to have to admit that there's a significant portion of their party that believes in civil liberties and limited intervention abroad. So they've always wanted to marginalize Ron Paul. And frankly, his coalition probably isn't big enough to actually win the Republican nomination, but they ought to be awfully nervous about him potentially launching a third-party bid. We've got a landscape right now where Americans have an 8% approval rating of Congress. Both parties have historically low approval ratings. There's a lot of dissatisfaction out there. And if Ron Paul did decide to mount a third-party bid, it would be very, very damaging to Republicans and essentially hand the victory to President Obama. So they have to be very careful about the way that they treat Ron Paul.
I think that John Huntsman's ego is big enough that he would think about a third-party bid, the way this is breaking down. Now, yesterday, Laura Bush told a group in Florida that both she and her husband want Jeb Bush to run in 2012. E.J. Dionne, is there any way that this could happen if they get to the convention and can't make up their mind and they just throw it up in the air and in walks Jeb Bush?